He
Good
really
rapper.
put the Bay on his back. Second of all, he's been doing this for over 20 years. Third of all, he has created lingo that not only is locally used but nationally used.
Man,
Uh,
how does he do it? You
put
think?
out anthems continuously.
You think he sits at home and is just like, ugh.
Yeah, I do.
What's something else that they could say? Guap. I think he coined guap
Did he?
or Fetty.
Bubbleating or something like that.
He coined a couple of the money slangs.
He's definitely done that.
And I don't know if he's doing this in freestyles or if he's at home just like, what
he's
if
just
we
a
called
talented person, bro. Then to
this?
switch it to like he has wine, okay. Then he has
cognac.
The cognac, and then he also has like ice cream. I think now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Catchy name, but I forgot it.
He is a businessman extraordinaire. He does not
It's a great
get enough
name.
praise from the rest of the country that he deserves.
I'm sorry, Earl.
Yeah. And he be at the games chilling. He's approachable. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Launches ice cream, man, 6 different flavors. Soul food, ice cream, E40. Goon with the spoon.
Goon with the spoon.
With the spoon.
I'll never forget it again.
Shout out to E40, man, for just being dope. You know what I'm saying?
And
I'll
especially
be more
like,
hippopotamus.
when you cross into ice cream, it's very
That's a
white.
lane
That's
that-
white territory.
Not
And
only that, it's smart. Everybody likes ice cream. Kids, adults, old people. Like it's one of those things where it don't get old. Baskin Robbins has been surviving on 31 flavors for years.
Is that a lot or is that not enough?
I think that's plenty.
It seems like ice cream's been around so long. 31 seems like it's a low number now.
It's a lot of things out there that should never be made into an ice cream flavor, like ham, scrambled eggs. There's a lot of food out there that should just
really
remain
solid examples.
just remain food. It shouldn't be eggs. So it shouldn't be ice
solid
cream.
examples.
So I think 31 is plenty.
Well, I think that's why Baskin Robbins is killing it right now because they're not trying to do the whole jelly bean thing. They're not trying to let's do rotten egg or let's do this. They're just good. There's not even any
found a
experimental.
lane and they stuck with it. 31 is perfect. It's like I've never tried more than maybe 3 flavors of ketchup. Heinz had 57 different types of ketchup out at one
what
time.
3 flavors did you?
Like the spicy ketchup, like sriracha ketchup, and then it was like a dill ketchup too.
Like dill pickle?
Like dill pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be good.
I tried that. So that's it. I can't imagine 57 flavors of ketchup.
Well, nope.
What was that? You backed out of that so fast.
I was gonna say mustard and ketchup mixed together is Thousand Island. That's not true.
It's not that.
That's why I said no.
He pulled it a job and was like, nope.
What's another sauce that uses ketchup though?
You mean like in it? Thousand Islands has ketchup in it. Isn't it ketchup and mayo?
Ketchup and mayo.
It's ketchup mayo.
Okay, so is that a ketchup flavor?
No, because
it's
it wouldn't
not.
change the color. It wouldn't change the color. It would just be a flavor in the ketchup.
It's an ingredient at that point.
Yeah. So I can't imagine. I out of the 31 flavors at Baskin Robbins, I probably realistically maybe had 10. Chocolate vanilla,
I don't think anyone's
butter
cracked 30 either.
pecan, Rocky Road.
Gold medal ribbon.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like chocolate and vanilla together, and then there's like caramel streaks like ribbons.
No, never had that. I've had chocolate vanilla, butter pecan, Rocky Road, pistachio.
I don't even know what that tastes like.
Pistachio's fire. It kind of reminds
it
me
green?
of it kind of reminds me of amaretto
Nuts.
flavor. I don't know if you've ever had like amaretto,
The drink?
like the coffee creamer or anything like that. The amaretto, it tastes kind of almondy, even though it's a pistachio. It kind of tastes almondy,
I thought I know.
kind of
I thought I knew
almondy,
what
kind of
amaretto was.
cherry. It's yeah. I'm saying 10, but I'm stuck at 5. I'm trying to
Sherbet.
think what else? I don't know if I've ever had a sherbet from Baskin Robbins though.
Neapolitan.
I would have never did that. Why would I do that?
Did you say Rocky Road?
I said Rocky Road. I said vanilla. I said chocolate. I said
Does get a little
southern
thin.
pecan. Yeah, I mean butter pecan.
You say regular vanilla?
Yeah,
Regular
that was
strawberry?
first. I haven't had the regular. I've had the cherry though.
Really?
I've had the cherry.
Regular strawberry ice cream. Mint.
I haven't had the mint from Baskin Robbins.
I'm a fan of mint.
I like mint, but I never like mint enough to get a whole scoop. I'll try that on a free spoon.
Dang.
I'm not committing to a whole scoop of mint ice cream.
How close to 31 did people get? Okay, I'll give you the first three. The Neapolitan separately. Rocky Road.
Right.
Gold medal ribbon. Sherbet. Mint. Butter pecan.
If you have a palate for the flavors,
that's all you've tried.
I've never tried like cake batter, cotton candy.
I've had cake batter.
I
hate cotton
birthday
candy
cake.
everything.
I don't really like
Yeah,
birthday cake.
I don't. Yeah, the
I
stuff
hate
that's
birthday
too
cake.
sweet.
I hate cotton
I
candy,
can't do
everything.
the
There's like
super
5
sweet.
different versions of chocolate. There's like chocolate fudge, chocolate
Yeah,
mousse.
double chocolate.
Okay, I've had coffee. I would never have peppermint. Pralines and cream. I've had that for some reason.
Pralines and cream is
Rum
really just
raisin.
it's a fancy butter pecan. I feel like
Cookies and cream. I've had that. I don't even like those two together. Said butter pecan.
Also, to hear,
Yeah.
Heinz was lying. There was never 57 flavors.
it wasn't.
No, it was a lie.
So what the 57 for?
It was just a marketing thing. They never actually.
Really?
How many do they actually have?
Wait, are you serious? I
Yeah.
thought, bro, like in is it Pittsburgh? I feel like it's Pittsburgh. That's their
Hell
whole
nah.
thing.
The
That is
57,
their whole
it
thing.
was a
They're
made-up- it
so
was a made-up
big on
number.
Heinz ketchup. Wow. To find out I've been lied to this whole time.
I mean, I'm good with the ketchup lies. I'm not. I'm shocked at how much I didn't even scratch the surface of these 31 flavors.
Most people don't. You gotta think about most people's palate are set for the typical thing. So if you're eating like you like super sweet stuff, you're not doing
the
the other
pistachio
flavors.
and
You're
that.
only
Okay.
doing like the cotton candy, cake batter, cookie, all of that type of stuff. You're
I
gonna
forgot
do
about
the super
chocolate
sweet.
chip. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
I'll give you cookie dough.
Okay.
I'm not even halfway. 14 banana ice cream? Hell no, I've never had that. Moose Tracks.
Forgot about Moose Tracks.
You know what that is?
Yeah, I've seen that in the store. I've never tried
You have
it.
to?
I've seen. I don't. It's like probably
Moose Tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Why does everybody know what this is?
because people just start
Okay.
adding things to different flavors and calling it something new.
Hey, I don't even think
I've had a pineapple
half.
ice cream. Realistically, it was a sherbet. It used to be this place called Pirtles in East St. Louis, and Pirtles used to have the
Sounds good.
best ice cream. It used to come in a Chinese food box, the white box with the flaps up there, and they would pack it in there, man. And they would pack it so much that you couldn't close the box. They would just close it as much as possible. Then they wrap the box in newspaper. That's how much ice cream they get. And Pirtles was, mwah. Now you risk your life going to get it.
Does sound like it's in
You
a
are
dangerous
going
spot.
to risk your life. The crazy part, it was like diagonal from a church, but you still could die going to Pirtles trying to get that ice cream. So
The
I
only one,
definitely-
the only one I've seen so far that I've had is salted caramel. So I'm at 15. But everything else is
15 is pretty good.
It's like
That's- yeah.
banana,
That's a little about
bubble
halfway there.
gum, tutti frutti, eggnog, all this stuff I have not
Yeah.
ever seen.
I'm not sure what rum raisin is either. That's like a rum flavored ice cream with raisins in it.
I don't know. The raisin part turns me off.
Yeah, this is weird. Like certain things raisins shouldn't be. A lot of things raisins shouldn't be
Raisins shouldn't be eaten besides just like the chocolate
And
covered
ice
ones.
cream.
in. Yeah, chocolate covered and raisin bran crunch.
There you go.
And then I used to eat the carrots and raisins at the buffet.
Okay.
They used to have that. I'm not sure what that juice is that they had in there. What was that juice? But I don't know. That's about it.
I don't know why I was
Grape
walking
nut,
around.
Sherry? Really?
Who
Grape
said that?
nuts? Oh,
Hell no.
Sherry, my impression of you really just changed with that post right
Coconut
there.
ice cream. Never had that.
Mm-mm.
Never had oatmeal. That I don't know if I was walking around thinking I had completed all 31 or
Yeah.
gotten close.
Nah, man.
I'm smooth less than half.
Nah, man. We ain't doing it. Oh, actually, look, got a little something for you too, my boy.
Look there. Pet Food Express. Just for the puppy?
Farron opened up the package and then ripped it when she opened it. So that's what bag I had to grab.
Oh, is this the
That's
is
the
this
jacket.
dragon jacket? That's funny. I'm wearing something almost exactly like it right now. Here you go. I almost put this on over it. So it's clearly my style.
Grape nuts does not hit, Jennifer. You cut it out. You cut it all the way out. You know that's not true.
Grape nuts. That cereal should have never been.
That is literally pebbles. You will ruin your teeth trying to eat a bowl of grape nuts. There you go.
That's fun, Pat.
That is, listen, it is so funny when Farron opened it because it came to the house and I was leaving, so I just threw it up the stairs. The kid grabbed it. When they opened it, the kid was like, "This can't be for Daddy." She was like, "This is either for me or he bought it for a gift for somebody." She knew it's not something that I would wear. She instantly knew.
This is cool. I like
Here's the thing, I like it. I genuinely like it. I just don't think I can. I'm not whimsical enough to pull it off.
It's cool. I remember seeing it on Instagram, and the models that they had, they were just wearing it like this.
Yeah.
But it looks great.
It's not the type of jacket you can be super cool in. You just got to be yourself. And so,
it looks great.
Worked.
All right, I'm set up for the whole episode. This is swaggy. Got the Reptar jacket on me.
Let's go.
Man. All right. We might as well start with a bang. I've been waiting all week to talk about this.
Let's go.
There is a court case, and anytime a court is televised, I just assume it's fake. I just assume it's content. But in this story, it's man versus woman, and the woman is talking about how she had her side piece, a dude that she was seeing on the side of her husband, staying in her house, living on her couch, while her real man slept upstairs. They're basically in court against each other for whatever. But she's going viral for the hashtag ladies are pimps too. Famously said by Jay-Z. So here's the situation.
Go on, dust your shoulders off.
She's kind of like a cougar, kind of like maybe 40s, 50s. The dude in question is about 20. And apparently her husband is under the impression that this is one of her kids' friends. This is one of her kids' homeboys. And she basically said that she gave him some coochie, and he refused to leave. He was like, I'm just gonna be up here. So he basically was they were both telling the husband that he was just a friend of the kids, and every time he went to work, he went right upstairs and started smidacking. And it didn't come into light until she found out that her husband was cheating on her. So she said, hey, by the way, that kid downstairs on the couch has been all up and through here. Would you like to hear it?
Yes. Why not?
I gave him some, he would never go home. He would sleep on the couch, and I had him in. I had him in, Your Honor.
Damn it, I didn't know this shit was playing in the background. How did you get here? For some reason, I don't know why somebody did that. How did you get here? Is playing in the back.
You know how they got there. The door was open.
But essentially, she said, I gave him some coochie, and he never left. And the dude, I mean, when you look at him,
he looked like a little baby with no hair.
I would have questions.
I would too. Number one, how good is said coochie? Because if it is that good for me, abandon all my livelihood, my home, unless I was homeless. I've never had coochie that good.
To stay in a house with the girl's husband?
Yeah. That's crazy. Unless we were, we had already decided, hey, we finna make this work. For me to just do that, that's wild.
And dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. I can't sleep comfortably knowing that her husband hates that I'm here. She hates that I'm here.
Well, it was a lie, but you don't know when he's going to find out. He could find out at 3 a.m. while you are fully asleep.
Full asleep.
And you could just wake up to
a hammer being hit in your face.
Ooh, God. Why does everybody use a hammer?
Hey, man, because that makes a point. When a point has to be made, a hammer is the thing to do it.
That's tough.
That's very rough, man.
Finding out you got cheated on is already pretty rough, but to find out the nigga's downstairs and has been downstairs
lounging,
like that's on
the couch, feet up, shoes off, socks off, toes wiggling, just lounging. Oh,
that's why I don't trust any women that live in an apartment building.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
It's way too many possible interactions. You could be cheating on anybody from that floor, from the floor above, from the floor below, and you'll never know. She could get being piped up by 22F. You wouldn't have no idea because she's 22C.
Y'all meet in the laundry room. Don't even know. Y'all Eskimo brothers.
No, you have them rules in L.A. or New York. You gonna be celibate as hell.
I was talking to Roxy the other day, and we were talking about sex. I was like, people losing their mind off of like. Let me say this. Let me preface it with this: be safe. Use protection or have a partner that you trust and y'all are taking the proper steps to make sure that y'all are living the life y'all want to live, whether that's with kids, no kids, whatever it is. That being said, I have never had protected sex that was over a 6. Ever.
So you're saying, really? You've never had some condom sex that was like, man, oh man, that was a 10.
Condom sex is a 6 at best.
Damn.
Condom sex, to me, it gets no better than turkey bacon. Okay. And while I will accept that, if that's all there is to offer, I prefer that pork on my fork.
Condom sex being turkey bacon is that's solid.
That's as good as it gets, guys. It don't matter how you fry it, put it in the oven, it's still gonna be turkey bacon. And you know turkey bacon in comparison to real bacon will never hit the marks. It is a 6 out of 10 at best. And a 6 out of 10, that's if it's reckless. Y'all been drinking, you move from room to room, it's crazy, multiple positions. That's that right there. Okay? It is never gonna be bigger than a 6. I just keep it all the way funky with you. Hot take?
I don't know.
You do know.
Well,
you absolutely know.
As a nigga who enjoys turkey bacon, I gotta say I've had some condom sex that was 10s across the board.
You, in comparison to somebody you've had that raw diggity with.
You know,
so
what's
you're
sad?
basing it on all of your condom sex. Base it against the opposite. Base it against meat on meat.
I've had some pretty good unprotected sex too, but I've had protected sex that was better than the bad unprotected sex I've had.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, yeah, you saying better than the worst unprotected sex.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
talking about the best
unprotected. You can't compare it.
Oh, see,
but
there you go.
I wouldn't say under 6 though, because I feel like I've had some pretty good protected. And here's the saddest part for me is like I'm so pro protection.
Come on, man.
The way I measure how good it must have been was how much it's filled up. I don't have any other reference.
That is not.
It's like
that's not
that
a
is
game.
not
That's not
valid.
an actual game.
I know.
What if you had went a couple days without getting one out? And then,
yeah, I know.
That's not enough.
It's like a fundraiser. You know how they see like
you gotta base
like,
it on.
We filled up this much. This is how good we're doing.
Only way to truly base it on is how soon during the smash you wanted to take the condom off. Like, if you was like 10 minutes in, it's like, man, I was trying to get the condom off. It's probably decent. Damn. But if you was like 2 minutes in, like, man, I'm about to risk it all. I should have just put the head in first and see what this is like real quick.
I think
that's fire. That's what you base it on.
I just try not to think about
You're
it.
Oh, see, that's it. Now,
I don't be thinking about how disciplined I am.
This is what I will say. This is what I will say. The downside to having because before I was married, when I was having my raw escapades, which it wasn't a lot. The downside to raw sex is the next 2 weeks making sure you're good and she's good.
That's scariness is what I'd rather avoid.
Yeah. That weighs on you. That will outweigh the good feeling in that moment. In that moment, you be having a ball, but immediately after you be like, oh my God, I didn't even ask her if she's on anything. That fear? oh, baby.
It's funny because like I feel like I'm responsible, but I split it down the middle because there's only 2 ways and they're horribly different. One is like, all right, I'll go raw if I've been talking to them for a long time and I trust them.
Right.
But the other one is like, it's so the opposite. It'd be like, I'll go raw if I already ate the coochie. There's been some scenarios where it's like,
I ain't getting pregnant though.
I ate it already, so it's like whatever I would get, I ate it already. Yeah. So it's like I'll visit, I'll dip it in. It's like I'll dip my toes in and then I'll be like, all right, we had enough fun. And I'll wrap it up. But in terms of just the disease part, it's like I swallowed it already, so I might as well feel it too. And luckily, been dodging that shit. So
yo,
wish me luck.
That's wild, man.
My percentages are very low. Like the amount of raw coochie I felt is sadly low.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good thing though. That's not something you supposedly like just give anybody and everybody anyway. So that's perfect, honestly. Fellas, if you're ready to take it to that next level, make sure y'all have great communication. Both go get tested, all that type of stuff. That's the way to do it, especially if you're in a committed relationship. But make sure y'all talk, because that's the worst thing you can do is figure out that somebody might be pro-choice and you are pro-life or whatever it may be. Like, have all of those uncomfortable conversations prior to. That's what I would just always encourage everybody to do. And fellas, if you really ready to take your sex game to the next level, you better holler at that Blue Chew. That Blue Chew. You understand me? Blue Chew is amazing because you can take that anytime, day and night. So you can plan ahead. And whenever the opportunity presents itself, you're always ready. You understand me? The best part is, to me, it's all done online. Whereas back in the day, you just had to go to a doctor, put a little bit in the cup and all that type of... Nah, man. You go online, you fill out a survey. One of the licensed physicians will hit you back swiftly, all right? And once you're approved, your package will arrive to your door in a couple of days. We've been rocking with Blue Chew for years, okay? Still rocking with Blue Chew, you understand me? I got it on my phone because I was just up there looking at, like, when my next package coming? Tablets are made in the USA. It's prepared and shipped directly to your door in a discreet package. Fellas, long ago are the days when you had to worry or wonder about what you could be. All right? I didn't need Blue Chew. I just wanted to see what was possible. And let me tell you what, the possibilities are limitless. You understand that? It's a good time every time. And if you want to check out this good time, I encourage you to go to BlueChew.com. Use the promo code DIYS to receive your first month completely free. Again, that's go to BlueChew.com. Use the promo code DIYS to receive your first month completely free. Now listen, we set up here and told y'all this a number of times. If you watch this podcast, you've listened to this podcast, there's nothing wrong with checking this out. You'll be doing us a favor too while doing yourself a favor, and it's free. It's completely free. You get a free month's trial.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you do that? BlueChew.com, promo code DIYS, and just check it out. You might find out you love it. You will.
Who screws without Blue Chew?
Come on now. Bars.
Huh? I mean, if y'all want the slogan, y'all can have it. Who screw without Blue Chew? All right. Well, speaking of, we've been talking a lot about protected sex.
Yeah.
So let's talk about these badass kids. I think there's a wave coming, and a lot of people, or excuse me, a lot of establishments were too afraid to do it. But New Jersey did, and we will see if this is something that can even be allowed to be mainstream. This happened in New Jersey. An Italian restaurant just banned children under 10 years old. I didn't even know that was an option for restaurants. But an Italian restaurant in New Jersey has made the controversial decision to no longer allow children under the age of 10 to dine in the restaurant. This is Nettie's House of Spaghetti. This doesn't sound like
doesn't sound very good.
Doesn't sound like a place that would be upscale, but okay. Nettie's House of Spaghetti. They announced the move on social media on Thursday, and the change goes into effect in March. This is in Tinton Falls. It says the decision to not allow children to eat in the restaurant was not taken lightly, but based on some recent events, Nettie's did not specifically say what caused them to ban kids. There's a family out there that knows exactly why.
It's absolutely a family, and it's your fault. It's you ruined
or
it
they
for
were
all
the
the families.
straw that broke the camel's back.
Y'all ruined it for all the families that had well-behaved children coming to the restaurant.
Or babysitters.
You know exactly who you are, okay?
It says, we love kids. We really, truly do. But lately, it's been extremely challenging to accommodate children at Nettie's. Between noise levels, lack of space for high chairs, cleaning up crazy messes, and the liability of kids running around the restaurant, we have decided it's time to take control of the situation. Basically, they're like, all right, there was one weekend they had that they're just like...
Y'all know exactly what they talking about. We've all been in a restaurant, and once the food comes... and people start eating. They stop caring what the kids doing. The kids sliding out the seat. Now they running around the table.
Yep.
They've been eating with their hands and they running around. They're hitting chairs to catch that balance as they hit the corner. Now they done touch you. You got spaghetti on your shirt. They're not watching the whole thing.
Right.
So you got to try to make eye contact with the parent before you yell at the kid, because obviously the parent ain't parenting. So yes, get them kids the fuck up out of here. TV dinners for everybody. That's what y'all get for not sitting down and taking care of your kids. I support it.
At some point, you have to decide what restaurant you want to be. And you can never be a certain type of restaurant if you have that stuff. I don't know what high-end restaurants are doing to prevent that. It seems like they just set the mood where if there's like a loud kid or people just know not to bring their kids there. Mm-hmm. But if it's like a Chili's or a TGI Fridays, it's like they set that environment to be just like bring whatever, do whatever. Niggas will be running around and all that. But it sounds like a P.F. Chang's level restaurant is getting like, all right, we need to set some
until
boundaries.
they can put a little diamond tap in that sippy cut. That sounds like the best thing for them to do.
It sounds like a good rule to me.
Yeah, it definitely does, man. And honestly, you see the signs of businesses where they say we have the right to refuse. Right. So if they got the right to refuse, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a slippery slope though. Because you can go from kids to like no black people or no white people, no Asians, something like that. That's a slippery slope.
No black people under 10.
Right.
That's so racistly specific. Over 10, you guys are fine.
Right.
Blacks under 10. No, man.
No, don't wash our hands. We've seen you before in the airports.
But then it's like, what point? I'm assuming they still call themselves a family restaurant. Mm-hmm. So they're only saying like a.
Well, it's owned by a family. Maybe they're saying that.
Family
Is that
owned.
What family restaurant means?
I don't know.
Sometimes
family owned.
Usually it says family owned.
Why do people care?
It makes you sound wholesome. Some, I'm sure, not family owned.
Wholesome.
They just say that.
And
you could be a horrible family.
A family restaurant in kind of implies that you can bring your whole family there.
That's what I thought that meant. A family, like
but
a
family
owned
restaurant means like, you know, it's been in that family for generations, or maybe they still own.
So like mom and pop.
Majority of the.
Yeah, that literally makes sense. Mom and pop, okay, but they're just like
sign
not
that says
a full family.
we reserve the right to refuse anyone we want service?
That's
what does that
How
fall
far
under?
does that go? Because they all have signs that say they can refuse whoever they want.
Yeah.
For service.
It's usually right under no socks, no shoes, no service.
Yeah.
How far does that go?
What are the? Hang on. Yeah. What are the legal limitations of we refuse?
I'm sure it's more jargon to it. I'll look it up.
Because I assume that went hand in hand with the if you don't got a shirt on or shoes.
Yeah, typically
but
it's around the
can
same.
they just be like, you're Mexican? I refuse.
And until you sue them, they can't.
Yeah. Like what the hell?
Okay. Let me see if that's just the shorthand version of it.
Because it does says anyone. Right. We refuse the right to anyone.
The right to refuse service. What does it mean? The public statement may seem like a simple one, but it's a highly political act that draws a fine line between constitutional rights and unlawful discrimination, leaving many to wonder if this right is actually legal or not. The simple answer is yes. The right to refuse service is legal, but accompanied by some pretty big exceptions. It's worth picking this one apart, no matter which side of the service counter you stand. Civil rights prohibits. All right, so the Civil Rights Act of 1964 prohibits public accommodations from refusing service to customers based on skin color, race, religion, sex, nationality, or any physical conditions of a customer can't prevent. Nothing about age.
Oh, they didn't put age up there?
Nothing about age. So based on that, fuck them kids. Get your shit to go. You know, get your shit to go.
Someone probably read this article and was like, hey, we could do this with kids and old people eventually. Maybe let's just try this out on kids. Then it's just like, over 50. No. Mm-hmm. We want to be young and cool.
Get him up out of here.
You know, I wonder what, like, that makes me think of the opposite, like with clubs and nightclubs. Like, can they refuse older people because clearly they're refusing certain types of women, and there's like all types of weird stories about like some celebrities or some clubs not allowing certain shades of black women or certain sizes. So I wonder how that works with entertainment, because color of the skin and well, body type wasn't on there.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it
if
says things that you can't control as a
Any
human.
physical
prevent.
condition
Or prevent,
a
yeah.
customer can't prevent.
Okay, so that's body type and skin. Well, I guess you couldn't prevent your age, right?
You can't, not really, no.
Huh?
You could be like, I can't help how young I am, but I want to be in there. you could make an argument. I can't help you that I can't drink, but I would like a
You
shot.
know what's weird is that clubs serve alcohol, and that's why they say you have to be 21 and up to go to certain bars and clubs. But a lot of restaurants serve alcohol too.
But you could still go in there.
But you can still, kids can still go to Applebee's, Chili's. All of them serve alcohol, like hard
Yeah,
liquor.
why do restaurants make it seem like you have the choice to not drink?
Because they would lose money, maybe. A club's probably not going to lose as much money because a lot of kids aren't going, or, I mean, young kids aren't trying to get into the club.
Yeah.
Parents are trying to bring them to Applebee's.
Maybe because the clubs are geared toward, that's their focus to sell alcohol.
Yeah.
So I would imagine
It's the
it's a
only
different
thing
type of
they-
liquor
yeah.
license that a restaurant may have than like a traditional club. Because they do have to get that liquor license. If they can't have that liquor license, they'll get shut down every time.
What do y'all thoughts be in the club? Because I was in the club this weekend for my brother's birthday, and there's like, I always have the same cycle of thoughts. Towards the like middle to beginning is always just like, why do people do this? It's so random. Like I always have that moment at the bar where it's like I'm waiting a long time to get something I
Yeah.
could have poured myself so easily. It's like such a random obstacle. It's just
Like,
getting
give me
a
the ball,
drink.
give me the ball.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, so I have it then, and then I kind of go back to where we are. And even if I'm having fun and conversing, it doesn't really matter because usually a weaker party or a weak table, you'll have that thought regardless. But like, it's always just that moment where it's just like, why? I wonder why people do this. You just start people watching, and you're just like, that's crazy. And then a few hours go by, and then you're just like, oh, this is awesome. But then it's just like, I don't
much
really
rather
understand
have
it
the
at this age.
kickback myself.
How sober were you?
I wasn't that drunk.
I was gonna say, typically, if you're super sober, you're gonna have those kind of thoughts. Everyone
Yeah,
else is-
no, for sure. I was a little tipsy when I thought why do people do this though? I think that's why I started on that.
But
train
even,
of thought.
even when we were in Vegas and we went to that club late night, it was cool that we were in a section and we had to be like super surrounded by people.
Right.
But even then, it was like, all right, Lil Jon is spinning. Hey, I know this song.
Yeah.
I know this song too. I could pour my own drink, but even that, it was just like, the section wasn't really big enough for us to dance. It was way too crowded in the club for me to feel comfortable and let my guard down. So I was even that. I was like, all right, well, we can say we did it, but it was like it was really no benefit to it.
Well, I mean, I feel like I had a great time that night, and I feel like that's just because you make the decision like either I'm just gonna sit here and not have fun. Like I feel like you can kind of have fun anywhere if you want to, but it's like it's still like even after the fact, even after having a great night, it was just like, wow, that's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird that that's still a thing, and it was fun, but it was also like.
That was a
Very
weird
much
night.
in the middle of COVID, too.
Man, we were wild.
Vegas, there are certain cities, it's funny because, like, we're in L.A., so we were, like, the bubble boy, you know? So you just travel to certain places, and it's just, like, it's almost like the Wild Wild West. They're just like, oh, we don't care out here.
They were like, I went in shorts, and they was like, yeah, you can't do shorts here. I had to go upstairs to, like, a gift shop and go grab these golf pants to get in the club. Luckily, we didn't have to pay to get in the club. This guy walked us in, and he walked us straight to the bar. He was going to get one of the bartenders to make us
so
drinks.
funny. I didn't think of
And then
those two
somebody
things together.
recognized us and took us back to their section, and we drank with them for free. But it was a wild night. Vegas is a wild place, bro.
They didn't let you in without pants, but you for sure didn't have a mask. They're like they're like
can't see
legs
your
out.
legs,
Legs out. No.
No, we don't do that.
You can have
no
your nose
kneecaps.
in your mouth
No
out.
kneecaps, my boy.
Yeah, it's funny. Like even though I be having fun at these places, sometimes I'm just like, why? But I'm fully down with the no kids rule. I don't see why more restaurants don't adopt that.
It's a risk because all it takes is the right person to feel slighted, and if they have a big enough platform or it gets enough traction, now you're an asshole.
I feel that, but it's like I feel like I've been in enough restaurants and on enough planes to know that I know that people with kids hate listening to people without kids. I get that. But I feel like I've been in public enough time to see that some parents just don't really care what their kids are doing. Like, it's not even like at first I was just like, man, they're used to it all the time. Don't judge them because they're just, they learned how to tune it out. No, some parents be tripping.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I know you learn how to tune it out, but you need to tune it back in when you're out in public. You need to watch what your kid's doing. Worse is when you're out in public, like at a park or something, you see a kid messing with someone else's dog, and the parent is not warning them that you don't know this dog.
Right.
That dog don't know you. You patting that dog all hard, that dog's gonna do what a dog gonna do.
And the parents and the kids can speak English to each other.
Yeah.
The dog owner can only do so much.
Yeah, listen.
He can only be like, hey, Cujo, please don't.
That dog gonna look at that owner once like, hey, you better say something, because I'm gonna bite this little bitch.
This is ideal for me. He's smaller. I've been waiting to do something like this.
Drag this little motherfucker, man.
You've been putting me in dog school. I've been really waiting to do something. So please, please get this away from me.
Yes.
Cujo,
I
please.
wish malls and supermarkets upheld the whole no pet thing too. They have that sign posted proudly outside, and I walk in. Yeah, malls, supermarkets, they have that sign, no pets or dogs unless they're service animals. And then you see somebody in there walking around with their dog. You're like, this ain't no fucking service animal. I know it's not. Yeah. They ain't got the vest on. They ain't got nothing. You just got your big-ass, dumb-ass dog in this aisle, and he can't buy shit here. He don't want to be here. It's a lot of people.
Damn.
Why is your dog here?
I think that's one of the scariest things about growing up. It's realizing that when you're a kid, rules and security and all that stuff, you're just like, you follow it because you're like, oh, this will happen if it doesn't. I feel like a big part of growing up is realizing that a lot of that is have just been asks this whole time. And most of it isn't enforced. At all. So you start seeing all the people getting away with it, and you're just like, hey, they didn't really have a like a tight plan. They just kind of got away with that. I don't think this is as enforced as I thought it was.
It's very loosely based.
You realize that there's humans just running everything, and there's so much room for error.
Absolutely. Because
it's just, you be thinking about yourself at work and how much you don't be caring. That's them too.
Now the airlines that enforce that shit. The airlines be like, oh, let me see your paperwork. I need to see paperwork. If the animal's too big, you got to pay for a seat for this. This animal doesn't fit under your seat. This doesn't fit it in the carry-on that goes under your... No, you got to pay for this, or you got to get the fuck up out of it. I appreciate airlines for that. I appreciate it, because that's what... the craziest thing about that is, like, they bring... If somebody on the plane has a peanut allergy, they will not serve peanuts on that flight.
They don't even want that smoke.
They don't want that smoke. But if I have allergies to animals... Right? And this isn't a service animal. It's just your big-ass dog. I break out in hives and shit. I didn't bring Benadryl because I didn't know it was going to be a fucking zoo flight.
Yeah, I've seen a service peacock before on
Bro,
a plane.
I saw that video, and I'm like, come on, fam.
That's like, why did you need a peacock for your
How
condition?
did you even get this motherfucker, man?
For real. Why is nobody asking that?
Why they selling peacocks on Facebook Market, bro? What's happening out here?
I didn't know you could I guess you could legally own it. There's parts of LA, like in Pasadena, where there's just peacocks running around, ain't
Arcadia and that.
Really?
Yeah, they're just wild peacocks.
What's the story with that? Because I know there's wild, like, tropical parrots in the hood in LA and South Central. But, like, everybody knows about the dude who, like, let his go.
It probably was someone similar who just let a couple go.
But people don't, like, regulate that? You can just let an
super
animal
annoying,
go?
too. There's peacocks are super loud.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a terrible noise.
You could really, you could really spice a city up like that if that's allowed. You could just let some animals go, and now that city has. It's like, yeah, man, Inglewood has.
And if that shit is not indigenous, it could fuck up the whole ecosystem.
That's the bad part.
It could fuck up the whole ecosystem. I forgot what animal
like
was. They were going
anything.
to. Was it Africa? And they were just hunting the shit out because they had to kill it off because it was fucking up the ecosystem.
I know iguanas are fucking up Florida.
Oh man!
Also, the boa constrictors or something is fucking in Florida too.
There's
snakes are.
There's too many boa constrictors.
Yeah, and they're eating everything, crocodiles and all that.
That's crazy.
Oh, Florida.
That's crazy.
Florida needs better PR. I know it's beautiful. I like Miami and Tampa cool, but every time I hear about y'all, it's like some monster shit.
Get them out of here, man.
Too many snakes and iguanas. Like, oh damn, you got to like
iguanas own Florida, bro. They running for politics and all of that next year. They running for the state seat, the Senate. Yeah, they out there, bro.
Yeah. So the peacocks from Arcadia, a guy named Elias Lucky Baldwin imported them because he wanted them to add color to the city, and that's the story. Yeah.
You could do that?
He just, I mean,
he was just like, this city could use some peacocks.
He was Arcadia's founder. He was the founder of the city.
So is that the fucking founder of Baldwin Hills too? Is that Baldwin?
Probably.
Damn, he out here discovering L.A.
How do you?
That's tight.
I don't know how old Arcadia is, but how do you discover a city? Like, do you pay for the land? Who decides the perimeters and how much land and space you get?
Money, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Because when I went to Catalina, they told us that the dude who invented gum, Wrigley, he paid like $500,000 for the whole island, and then to shoot a Western, they just brought 14 bison over there. Didn't even use the shot that they shot him with. They didn't even use it. And then they, after the production, they were just like, how do we get these back? And they were just like, fuck it, leave them. And then a year later, there's 150 of them. And now there's just a population of bison there. Just because it was on an island. Like, there's no reason for bison to be there. And there's a whole population of them just because they brought 14 over for a movie. So I didn't know the extent you could do that, but really you could just buy land and then just call it Patrick.
Yeah.
You're in Patrickia. And then I guess now you can
just import whatever wildlife you want.
As long as they're not fucking up the land.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in this.
That's wild.
Like, that's kind of cool. Like, imagine, like, you can just fucking treetop frogs in Santa Monica. So now it's just like a cool thing when you visit. Like, you go to Santa Monica, there's frogs on the floor. It's just like, oh.
Well, I guess if you got enough money, you can do whatever you want.
Whatever the fuck.
Right? But if you're trying to save some money, you need to get with this HelloFresh. Okay? We've told y'all about this many times, and we're going to keep on screaming it to you until you get it and you take it and you do something with it. Ladies and gentlemen, you get to pick from 40 weekly recipes right now, okay? So you can say bye-bye to your recipe holder and that little thing on the can. Get rid of that, man. They give you placard cards with all the information you need on how to cook these meals. Every week you can have new flavors. Easy way to cut back on extra spending and save some money. HelloFresh gets the food to you fast. Comes to your front door, basically from farm to your front door in a matter of days. And you can customize select meals by swapping out proteins or sides or even adding protein to a veggie dish. You can upgrade and customize this for whatever way you need or you see fit. You also can change your delivery date. It is endless options when you're going with HelloFresh. They have the fast and fresh recipes, HelloFresh's latest line of meals featuring robust flavors and filling proteins are ready in less than 15 minutes. Less than 15 minutes. There's no excuse for you not to have a home-cooked meal on your table when you're doing it with HelloFresh. So skip the grocery store, skip the crazy checkout lines, skip the reusable bags and the overfilled parking lots, and get with this HelloFresh. And y'all know if we telling you about it, we got a good deal for you. Go to HelloFresh.com/DIYS65 and use the code DIYS65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Again, let's go to HelloFresh.com/DIYS65 and use the code DIYS65 for 65% off and free shipping. This will take your cooking to the next level. Fellas, you ain't got to be a chef. All you got to be able to do is follow direction. You inviting a young lady over your house or whoever your suitor is over your house, you want to impress them, cook them in HelloFresh. It's going to have you zesting. It's going to have you sauteing spinach, cutting up red peppers.
Barbecue pineapple flatbread.
Come on, with the barbecue. Good soups, too. We had a potato soup last week, and it showed you how to make the croutons. They teach you quick how to pickle, like, what did she pickle? The onions? And yo, I didn't even know we could do as people.
Real quick.
Right,
yeah.
like real people, like real quick. You could pickle some onions real quick like that. Bro, it would take your level, your cooking game to the next level. And every woman loves a man that cook. Everybody likes somebody that can cook. Hell, there ain't even no gender attached to it. If you can cook, people they want to rock with you. So go to HelloFresh.com/DIYS65. Use the code DIYS65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Do that now. You know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to HelloFresh.
All day.
I gotta address the chat. We got the Damn Internet You Scary Patreon watching live right now.
Scary Squad.
Where we've been talking about how ridiculous Florida is. I thought this was a joke. Chris put in the comments, Australia lost the war to emus. I just kind of read that. And
That's what it was.
That's pretty funny.
It was the emus in Australia. Yes, I remember that because they had people over there hunting them because there was so many of them.
I thought that was a joke.
Aren't they like mean and they'll go after you if they want to or something like that?
I thought they were joking.
No.
There's clearly in 1932, Australia started an emu war and lost.
You know how many emus there has to be for humans to say, fuck, we got to get up out of here.
They declared a war, an official war on emus. They had soldiers with machine guns deployed to fight off these birds. Apparently, they were just messing up crops.
Yeah.
All types. There was 20,000 emus migrating inland for breeding season, and they were classified as vermin. I guess apparently they were protected as native species, but then they were classified as vermin, so all bets were off. And then they were just like, "Fuck these emus." They pulled up with machine guns, and literally had battles.
Yes,
they encountered a flock of 50 emus, killed several before the birds scattered. A few days later, a second encounter with 1,000 birds pulled up so much deeper. Turned into clear victory for the emus when a machine gun jammed. They were too crafty for human soldiers, and the newsreel from the era prematurely announced human victory because they were like, of course, we're going to win. They started printing, yay, we won. And apparently they were described as a long-necked advancing army with keen eyesight, and the enemy was watching the event through their periscopes raised up over heads of corn. So these were big-ass birds.
They're like ostrich-sized.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It said the Emu Command had evidently ordered guerrilla tactics because the army split up into small units and beat them so bad that they withdrew from the combat area after about a month.
Bro, Chris, Living My Jeff Life said the emu started outsmarting the soldiers, and they took over 10 bullets to take down. I don't know how true that is.
Hey, whoa!
Well, they're human sized, and that they're not like a person. If they want to
what
go
guns were they being
10
used?
bullets to take down, bro. That's a zombie. That's a zombie. That is Last of Us energy. Because the ones on Last of Us, they be running. They World War Z run at you on Last of Us. Imagine a big-ass bird coming at you, moving agile, nimble as hell.
With no guns.
With no guns.
They don't have any guns.
So I'm wondering, what were they doing when they were overrunning them? Were they just like running over them?
Well,
were they
can
pecking
run
them?
about 31 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we got to be in the Humvees.
So scary.
And like they got big beaks, and if they hit you, you could probably get hit in the head and you're dead.
Bro, yeah, we got to be in the Humvees with that one.
Fucking reloading and shit.
We almost called it Emu Australia.
Damn. Jesus. That's tough. They don't talk about that in any books.
They have toe claws too.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Have y'all seen the preview for what is it, Cocaine Bear?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
You know that's
we talked
loosely
about
based
it.
on.
We talked about it on the show.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was that when I saw it because I saw the preview for it and I was like, that looks wild as hell. And then
It's so ridiculous it had to have been true at some point.
Yeah, and then when I saw the billboard for it when I was driving through Hollywood, I saw it inspired by true events, and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
And I was like, was that the one that we talked about?
Yep.
Wow.
That bear. First of all, it's about time.
Yeah.
A bear sniffed a bunch of cocaine and killed people. Like, there have been movies made so quickly about stuff that was way less interesting.
Yeah.
So it's about time. But also, how are we stretching this into an hour and a half?
Oh, they're going to follow some specific like family or something. And they're going to get in danger.
It'll probably be like 30 minutes of the cocaine landing into however it's happening. But it sounds like a great time.
He had to link up with somebody because I know bears ain't the only one. I know these drug lords love to have tigers too. So I know a tiger had to get into some
cocaine tiger
at some point. Yeah.
That would be
I'm
crazy
good with
too.
the Fast and Furious movie franchise of cocaine animals. Cocaine shark, cocaine lion, cocaine tiger. Let's just get the three out
Let's
the
get
way.
it going because they definitely be leaving that cocaine in the water too.
Then they could
leave
get
the
like meta cocaine ants. it could get like a little bit more interesting.
The cocaine killer whale would probably be the best.
Cocaine orcas?
Yeah, because like sharks are they're just predators. They kill.
Right.
Like orcas, they kill for fun.
Right.
What they do to seals
Right.
is crazy.
And
But they don't care about us.
Yeah.
But the cocaine would make them want to kill us.
Oh yeah.
So now they're like making waves to get us off the
they'll
chunk
be
of
getting
ice.
cocaine into SeaWorld, freeing their cousins.
Just
Orcas-
flying over the boat, snapping people off of it.
I mean, I feel like great whites got all the PR growing up, but I think if orcas are a little scarier.
They're more dangerous. They kill
Yeah.
great whites.
They're a
Because they
little bit-
move in,
oh,
they
that's
move in
right.
packs.
Yeah.
They also hunt in packs. Like they're really smart, like dolphins.
But they should be cute
They
like
are, They're
pandas.
actually dolphins. They are
Yeah.
porpoises.
Like their
word,
design,
okay.
Their design makes them seem like they should be like harmless.
No,
but then
they can attack people too. I mean, if they get angry enough.
Have you guys ever seen them videos? It's really sad, but they focus so much on how cute the seal is. It'll be like a seal that's like on a boat, like nah, and then they look into the water and they see like 5 orcas waiting
Yeah.
because they were just like
Oh, we
terrified.
gonna get you.
I
gonna get
hate
you.
those videos because that's basically my fear of the ocean
Mhm.
in a nutshell. Just like something right there waiting.
I saw this hot take today. I forgot the name of the podcast. It was 2 white guys and a white chick, and
It's a good
the
name for
guy,
a podcast.
the guy was like, "Did you know the kangaroos drown people?"
Yep, I did a video on that.
I
Terrifying.
did not know that shit. Like
There's
if a
famous
kangaroo is
picture of a cute looking kangaroo
Yeah,
looking like this
in
with
the water,
Mhm.
and it's like if they feel threatened and they feel like they are running out of options, they will run in the water and wait for you to come in. If you come in, they will like grab you and just hold you underwater, and then they just leave because they don't eat humans, so they just
Yeah.
is like
They don't eat it. Yeah, that's the scariest part. And the even scarier part is sometimes they don't just do that when they feel threatened. Sometimes they just go in the water and wait for something to get close just to do it. Not for food, just
That's
to
serious.
fucking do it.
Listen, kangaroos have the personality of cats. If cats were bigger, cats would absolutely murder us on a
I
regular
mean, they
basis.
do. But
You
yes.
think so?
I absolutely
Big,
think so.
big cats do all the time. Large cat, like tigers.
Yeah.
Do they kill a lot of humans?
I mean, if they're humans, a lot of times
If
not
they're
a lot of humans
around,
them.
yeah.
And a lot. That's what the whole term. I don't know if you've heard the term man-eater. Like a lot of them don't know that humans taste good or anything like that. So until they do, then they get a taste for it, and then they would hunt humans.
And then that's when
And
they
that's why,
become
like, if
serial
a lion,
killers.
A lion kills someone in like Africa, they have to kill the lion. Otherwise, it'll hunt other humans because it knows what humans taste like.
Oh, so when they say they get a taste for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. That makes sense. There's a lot of interesting articles popping up about animal serial killers that have been on record killing multiple humans. That makes a lot of sense.
I completely understand because if somebody let me taste ribs for the first time and I ain't never had that shit in 20-something years of living.
But there's pigs walking around, part of society.
Yeah, oh, I'm finna fuck these pigs up. Come
This
here,
is
Porky.
them? This is
Oh, I bleed lunch, face ass.
I would actually also watch that.
Absolutely.
Like
What,
this
are you serious?
Serial rib killer.
Man, I'm in there,
Imagine
bro.
a dude tasted human ribs for the first time. Like they went to a barbecue and they're like, "These are the best ribs I've ever tasted in my
Funny
life."
you
And they're
say
like,
that.
"It's the neighbors." And then that became like a serial killer. Like I need me some baby back, people ribs.
It would be weird though because I feel like what was it? It was somebody said it's weird when you have like eyebrows or something. That's what it makes it weird when you're killing something.
When the animal has eyebrows.
Or like whatever you're killing, like
give you a reaction.
yeah, to give you that reason or something like that. I forgot what it was, what we were talking about.
What
It was
animals
like,
have eyebrows? That is interesting though.
I think it was just like how easy it is to kill something smaller than us, unless they got like eyebrows.
You mean
or
if
something.
fish had eyebrows?
Yeah.
The fish could react.
That'd be
more.
crazy because a lot of people eat fish while the head's still on. If there was just like,
It was like-
cause they already got big eyes, so eyebrows would just accentuate it. It's just like, damn, you just eating my middle. You just eating my
Or
cartilage.
maybe it's like if you think the animal has a soul, right?
Yeah, I'd be struggling with that.
Cause like, do you think every fish has a soul? Every insect, every
I'd be thinking that because I don't know.
It's
Because if you got a
weird.
soul, you got a ghost. So fish be dying like crazy. So
Right.
are there ghost fish?
But then it also
Ghost
like taps
octopus?
into like reincarnation. So they say in reincarnation you can come back as anything. So what's that coming back? Is that the soul coming back?
I hope fish is just like a waiting room in between lives that matter. Like, like in between your actual lives, you're a fish, and you're just like, oh, this is crazy, and you get eaten, and then you're
purgatory.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't want like actual Nemo fish with feelings. And there's a study that says fish can get depressed. I don't know how the fuck they figured that out, but. I feel like we're finding out too much, way too much, because depressed fish makes way too much sense because it's really scary in there and really stressful all the time.
Yeah, I was wondering. I thought salmon lived a lot shorter life, but evidently they can live 2 to 7 years.
Yep, and then they go back to where they were born to nut on some eggs, and then they die. I had an experience in Alaska.
Good times, guys. Am I right?
I had a bad experience with salmon in Alaska. Just wait for
leave it at that.
Just wait for Black to Nature coming soon.
That is going to be a good episode, guys.
And it's in edit right now, so I had to watch that scene multiple times.
Sherry Boy said, "Oh, did Pat get skeeted on?"
I should start an OnlyFans. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
We getting fishy. It's gonna be a slippery time.
Oh, damn right. We got anything spooky before we get up out of here?
Spooky?
Spooky, crazy.
Yes. This is actually, we've been talking about animals. This is probably one of the most bizarre headlines I've read in a while. Texas man arrested for stealing 2 monkeys from the Dallas Zoo says he'll do it again if released.
I saw that. The fact that he said, "I'll do it again,"
like another 2 monkeys, or I'll free those monkeys that I initially saved, because that's a wild vigilante, whatever you say. But this was a 24-year-old. He swiped 2 monkeys from their enclosure. He allegedly told investigators he loves animals and that if he's released from jail, he would steal some more. He remained jailed on $25,000 bond. He was arrested last week after asking questions at a downtown Dallas aquarium about animals there. He is charged with 6 counts of animal cruelty. Doesn't sound like he was being that cruel. And 2 counts of burglary. He absolutely did that. He told police that on the night of January 29th, he waited until dark, jumped a fence to get onto zoo grounds, cut the metal mesh of an enclosure, and took the 2 emperor tamarin monkeys. He then got on the city's light rail before walking to the vacant home where he said he kept his animals. Okay, is a light rail a subway?
It's like a
Nigga, you didn't have a ride home? This nigga got on public transportation with 2 emperor monkeys and didn't... Okay, I get the animal cruelty now. You got to have a plan. If you're going to be... this is some Ace Ventura shit. Like, you're just bringing them to an apartment building. There's 30 animals there. It smells like shit. You're hiding them from the landlord somehow because you know a knot code. I don't know, but that was not ideal. You got to have some type of PETA plan. You can't just be on your own. Like, at least you free, but now you just in my house. I don't even know this was in Dallas too, so I don't know if
getting
naturally
on the light rail with monkeys is wild as hell.
2 monkeys.
That's wild.
2, yeah.
If you saw somebody with 2 monkeys, your first thought wouldn't be those were just stolen.
Yeah.
You would think this nigga somehow has 2 monkeys.
But I would also be
Unless
like, why are you on the bus though, or the train like with this? Like, you would think that people that have these wild animals come from money or have money like that. But I
Street
mean, I guess,
performers.
I guess that's a
where
good
did
point.
he put them? Did he have them in like his jacket or like a bag or something?
To start, I don't know how big monkeys are.
The Emperor Tamarin ones.
Those are the ones with the big,
the
big mustache that curls right here.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not like gorilla size, but they definitely ain't small.
I'd say like at biggest maybe 2 feet tall.
You know, I wonder if the monkeys are just like, I mean, I don't care. I'd be with humans. That was jail anyways. I wonder if they were chilling or if they were like freaking out, like I'm being kidnapped.
Right.
Because you could,
I would imagine
see
he
the
took something
signs
with him, some snacks or a little sandwich or something to keep him calm or something. You would have to. Like, how else would you even coax him to come over to you? Unless he got him out of the cage.
Okay, so these guys are small. They're like smaller than like cats.
Oh, word.
Okay, so he might have had like a little case for him. But to be honest, I don't know if the monkey would know the difference. Besides like a lack of trees, but I be feeling bad when I go to zoos because the last zoo I went to, it was just a lion going back and forth.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Just to show himself off, but sometimes there don't be people there, and he's still doing it because he's
crazy.
he's just wired. Yeah,
Damn,
it's so sad.
that's really crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, listen, guys. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Just a quick note, though. We are doing a live show in LA. So if you're in the LA area and you would like to see a live filming of the show,
hey,
look out because we're going to start posting the flyer, but it's going down March 20th. I think that's when we're doing it. Yeah, March 20th to 8 p.m. at Flappers in Burbank, California.
Let's go.
Tickets are going to go on sale. Actually, they might already be on sale on flappers.com.
Come on.
But for our Patreon, you guys are going to get a discount link. And once we get that link from the club, we're going to put that in the Patreon. So be looking out for that as well. We also have Kanisha Buss and BT Kingsley on the show. They're going to be hanging out with us while we do the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. So go ahead and grab your tickets now. You understand me? Go ahead and grab those early because it's going to sell out. It's one of the smaller rooms. So we're going to make sure that we have a good time with y'all. Again, that's going to be March 20th. You have about a month to get ready. All right? Get ready. March 20th is going down.
You heard it here first.
Get the tickets at flappers.com. And again, if you're part of the Scary Squad, give us a day or two so we can get this link from the club. And then we'll put that in there. You get a discount link for that. So other than that, thank you for watching. Shout out to the Rewatch Gang. Shout out to everybody watching on Thursday. Shout out to the Scary Squad. Love and appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all tap in, tune in, subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next week on another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Hey.
I'm Tahir, by the way. I forgot.
Patrick Houston.
Peace, guys.
I said Patrick Houston. That's hilarious.
You